Yo, few plays I got here. Most of all, I got a lot of bankroll builders for my people on the books, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. A few plays that I like here. All right. So let me get the screen pulled up here. Man, last night I caught a plus 3,000 31 plus for the New Orleans Pelicans. Damn, did I need that, man. Help me bounce back from the from that 14 game slate. I'm still trying to get back from that. And 14 NBA games, that shit was crazy, right? Don't know if I'll be able to do a live stream. And the tool that you'll be seeing was Outlier, right? So Outlier, you'll see the link in my description on YouTube. Just go to my YouTube, subscribe, hit like, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Go to my bio, bam, you'll see outlier.bet. Use my link, use that link, go in there and start your free week trial. If you like it, move forward with it. If you don't, so be it, you know? So it is what it is, right? Let me get a screen pulled up for us. And let's talk about some bankroll builders and some straights, all right, and some pick'em sites, some bets, right? So like I said, I probably won't be able to go live. My birthday is Wednesday, right? My birthday is Wednesday. So awkward little day. But at the end of the day, we'll see, right? So first game on the docket here, we got the Chicago Bulls at the Charlotte Hornets, 217.5 over under. I do like the Chicago Bulls as a money line parlay piece, right? Don't really bet too many spreads. Don't really bet too many games. I don't even know if I'm going to put that in my parlay piece as a game for the game, but maybe I might do it once, you know what I'm saying? But however it goes, Charlotte Hornets, PJ Washington, he's out for this one, right? So meanwhile, the Bulls, they got Vucevic back. His minutes should go up a little bit more. Then Zach LaVine played 30 minutes last time out. His minutes should go up a little bit more. That leads me to somebody like Nick Richards, right? They're going to need him. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at a double for him, which I probably won't go to, but his rebounds, they're going to need him, right? So sitting at 9.5. He's 6 or 10 to this number. Let's head over to outlier.bet and let's go check out that, right? So Nick Richards, like I said, his rebound prop sitting at 9.5. He is a 6 or 10 to this number, including 12 rebounds versus this team on the 5th of January. Head to head versus the Bulls. He's hit this number versus the Bulls both times he's played them this year on the 6th and the 5th. So let's go for a third straight time. I lean towards the over rebounds for him, right? In bankroll builders, I will be taking them down to about 7.5 as of right now. And last 10 games, he's 8 or 10 to 8 rebounds there. And it is what it is. So bankroll builders, I'll be looking at him for about 8 rebounds, maybe 7, but 8 rebounds. If I go on ESPN right now, I can go to get his rebound prop at 6.5. And that's the beauty of ESPN Bet, because you can go into ESPN Bet and they got all the middle numbers like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you're doing big bankroll builders, early lines like right now, it's best to do them over there because you get middle numbers. Right here, you get 8, 10, 12, 14. Over there, you get 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Other plays I'm looking at, I do lean towards the over points for the Rosen. So if I lean, I can also take them for 15. As a bankroll builder right there as another leg if I want, and I can show you guys what he's been doing with that number at 15 on the season points wise. He's hit this number at 7 of his last 10 games. Like I said, I can also go over here. I can alter it down to 14.5, and he's hit this number on the season. He's 33 or 35 to 15 points, right? So he's hit this 15-point line in just an insurmountable amount of games, right? He's almost 100% to that number. Then if I'm looking for another bankroll builder play to put in there from this game as a same game parlay piece, I told you I like the Bulls to win this game. You could also throw the Bulls money line in there at a plus, and that'll get you a plus 115 right there. If you don't want to get there, you don't have to. I'm looking at 2 threes and 2 threes for Kobe White. You could throw that in there. You want to take the Bulls money line out if you want, you can. You could take that out. And then you can get to a minus 104 for 8 rebounds, 15 points, and 2 made threes. You can take the 8. You can take the 8 rebounds out for Nick Richards if you want, and still go back to the Bulls money line. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ways you can skin a cat here. You can also toss in 2 threes for somebody like you can also toss in 2 threes for somebody like what's the boy name? Terry Rozier. Even 2 threes for Miles Bridges, because like I said, at the end of the day, there's no PJ Washington, Miles Bridges. Will definitely be playing a lot this game. Brandon Miller has been hitting the 3-ball a lot as well. So it's a lot of plays that you can use for bankroll builders, and I'm going to get to a few too. You know what I'm saying? A few more. All right? So at the end of the day, if I'm taking the side in this one, it's going to be Chicago Bulls or nothing for me in this spot, right? Next game here. Boston Celtics at Indiana Pacers. And I was tired of seeing Indiana Pacers versus Milwaukee. Now I'm tired of seeing Indiana Pacers versus Boston Celtics, right? So I'll tell you a few things that I'll tell you about this game, right? We don't have Jaylen Brown props, right? So I'll tell you about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has 30 points in back-to-back games versus his team. 2 out of his last 3 games, 16 points, 30 and 30, right? That's one thing. Number 2, Jason Tatum. We got numbers for Jason Tatum route, right? So this is a rematch here. They just played on the 6th. He just had 13 rebounds versus this team, right? Excuse me, man. He rebounds versus this team well. Head-to-head versus this team. He's 4 out of his last 6 games, including 3 games straight this year. He's had double-digit rebound props, right? Points. Head-to-head versus this team, he's had 30 points or more in 6 games straight. The 3-ball, he's had 3 threes or more versus his team in 5 straight games. His 3-ball sitting at 3.5 right now. So he's only 2 or 6 to that number. But if you want to tease it down to 3 threes, be my guest. 2.5 threes for him at a minus 270 in a parlay piece, which versus this team, this is head-to-head here. He's 5 or 6 to this number, right? So the usage is there for him. I wanted to point that out. You know, those are some plays that you can look at. Let's keep it moving, right? Next game I want to talk about here is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder at Washington Wizards. A great same game parlay environment here. If you want to just stick to the only OKC Thunder guys, the guys that you think and know that's going to get there, be my guest. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, favorite play, one of my favorite plays is going to be the over 6.5, right? Assists for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'll take that over here on PrizePicks as well. Give me the over 6.5 assists there, right? Now, talking about this team in general, it is terrible, right? We look at the center position, right? We'll go for this. First and foremost, before I go any further, last video I recorded, shout out to Hartenstein, got there for his points and rebounds. I took the points for Julius Randle and the 3.5 rebounds for Dante DiVincenzo. All of them got there. Shout out to those boys, right? That was versus the Washington Wizards. Fast forward now, center position. Number 1 at giving up points and rebounds to the center position. There goes the rebounds. There goes the points. The assists, not going to really look at that. And then fancy score. When fancy score comes out, you can look at that as well. Blocks, Washington probably still there, top 10, right? So that's somebody like Chet Holmgren, right? Point guard position. Points wise, Washington 4th. We don't even have to talk about the points because this Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can actually go berserk. The thing about that, is he going to go berserk? He's on his redemption tour. Couldn't talk you off anything for him. Speaking of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we can look at the 3-ball for him. Yeah, we can look at the 3-ball. Washington's giving up the 5th most threes, and I'll give you some nice value here, right? I would straight bet it, but I'm gonna give you some value here. Looking at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here, his threes, right? He's been hitting them. Last 5 games, he's 5 or 6 to this number. You'll get his 1.5 threes at a plus 150. I have it added to my bet slip. DraftKings plus 150, FanDuel plus 146, Caesars 146, and BetMGM plus 145. He's hit this number in 5 of his last 6 games. If you've been riding this, congratulations to you, bro. Congratulations to you because you've been getting money. right? So last 5 games, he's been a fuego to this. I'll be sprinkling some on this at plus money frequently from now on, right? Because if you want to catch these trends early. And as far as bankroll builders, you can look at bankroll builders here, right? Looking at the rebound props here. Now, I'm not afraid to get to 6 rebounds for somebody like Gafford, slide down to 5 or 6 assists to somebody like um, Shai Alexander there. This just that alone is a minus 126. I'm okay with that. I will sprinkle that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to knock some of that juice out, you can get to some rebound props. You want to stop at 4 rebounds for somebody like Giddey, that'll help you get that juice off of it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can take Giddey down, you can get the Avicii at 6 rebounds. That'll put you at +1. Or you can leave all these guys up if you want, right? Or you can really get close to it if you want to just take Shea Homegrown for about 6 rebounds. That'll put you at a +107. So that's not even incorporating points in the equation, right? So all of those plays right there are bankroll builders early, get in, get out, get you a +100, man. Sprinkle something on it, get in and get out, man. It's a lot of ways that you can do it. A lot of ways you can skin a cat. Early lines are always the best lines, whether you're looking at top props or you're looking at bankroll builders, right? Next game we're going to talk about here. I'm skipping over this Houston Rockets and Miami Heat game because I do not want to be involved in dog fights, right? Miami Heat and Houston Rockets. I do think that Bam Adebayo can have a pretty decent rebounding game here. I do like to target good rebounders versus Houston Rockets, and Bam has been pretty tough on centers this season, and I think he's been pretty tough versus Sengun. Sengun is really good. I'm not giving out no plays from that game right now. I'm going over here to the Utah Jazz game where we have the Utah Jazz at Milwaukee Bucks, right? So over under of 245 in the spot, right? So you're looking right now, you got Damian Lillard's going to be out for this one. The other point guard will be out for this one here. So I don't know, man. Crowder's out, Payne is out. Payne, the other ball handler, right? So that leads me to it's a lot, right? It's a lot. So let's talk about some things here. Giannis, right? Giannis, he's coming off back-to-back 40-point games. His 35.5 points are in play. His rebounds, I don't know if I'm going to get to his rebounds, but his rebounds are in play because he is who he is, right? Sitting at 12.5, right? But the culprit is probably going to be Chris Middleton, right? Looking at this team, like, I mean, you got ABC, you got Middleton, Lopez, Portis, like Beasley, Connaughton. These are the other guys, right? Beasley, Connaughton, Beauchamp. Right? So it don't look too good. However, Middleton. Okay, let's talk about Middleton. Let's go over here to Outlier. I did have a couple things set to the side for Middleton. Let's talk about him. Now, I didn't add him, so I will add him, but let's slide over here, right? There's a few spots I want to talk about here. Middleton. Slide over here. Let's start at the 3-ball, right? So he's 4'10" to this number at 2.5, right? Looking at this team, it's a few spots that I like to target here. I know I sound like a broken record, but I have to go over this stuff each and every game. Utah, they're getting about 1 or 2 spots better on the season. However, they are giving up the 6th most points to the small forward spot and assists, right? They are giving up the 5th most assists to the small forward spot. And if you want to look at fantasy score, they're getting up the 2nd most fantasy score to the small forward spot. That's one thing, right? Number 2, in that category, let's go points, right? Middleton, he is 4'10" to this number. But the interesting thing I want to point out is here. You see these 2 games, he's played 28 and 28 minutes, right? Prior to these 2 games, he had only played 30 minutes once prior to this 2 games. Now, he's played 30 minutes in 7 of his last 8 games. I always tell you, they let you know when they put him on a minutes limit, but they don't tell you when they take him off. So the chains are off, right? Now, sliding over to the 3-ball. You can look at his points or his threes. His three ball, you're going to get good plus money at plus 124 for his threes. I just pointed that out, right? The threes, they do give up the three, right? They do give up the three. I just pointed that out. They give up the fifth most threes to the small forward position. No Dame Lillard. Of course, he's going to take a couple extra threes. So his three ball is going to be in play. Me personally, I'll be looking at Chris Middleton three. I'm going to tease it down at 1.5 and a minus 260, where he's 8 for 10 to this number in his last 10 games, right? And 12 of 20. But lately he's been, those 2 threes, he's been hit it. Of course, it's a parlay piece. I'll be looking at it as a parlay piece, right? As a bankroll builder piece, right? And then his assists. So his assists, he's definitely a ball handler. You know what I'm saying? He does, do well with the ball in his hand. Pause, whatever you want to do right there. And you can see the books know it. His assist props in at 7.5. He does have back-to-back games right here before the year ended with 10 and 11 assists. So the double-double is in play here. And a triple-double is in play for somebody like Giannis. Okay? So that's just about sums it up for him, right? I like Milton's props in some shape, form, or fashion today, right? ABC, all his numbers are in play there. I don't know if I'm gonna be going to the rebound prop. I know I sound like a broken record, but offensive rebound percentage, Utah Jazz, they are number 1. They have some rebounders on the bench, and they have some rebounds in their starting lineup, right? Defensive rebounds, not defensive rebound percentage overall, Utah Jazz number 2, still number 2, right? So, it is what it is, right? Few spots that you can look at, especially the guards, points wise, right? Milwaukee giving up the sixth most points to the point guard position, the second most points to the shooting guard position, and the guards, right? So speaking of the guards, you're gonna have guys like damn. Okay, I get a brain fart sometimes, so leave me alone, right? But you're gonna have guys like let's see, Colin Sexton, who can get hot, right? Speaking of Colin Sexton, you do have what's the boy's name? He's played 30 minutes in 2 of his last 3 games, right? Clarkson, right? So he's played 28, 38, and 31 minutes, right? He can go out there and get hot, right? Both of these guys play the 1 and the 2. So with that being said, I just want it to be a close game, right? I think they can keep it close. I think they can stay in the game, not get blew out. That's what I'm getting to, right? We have 246 over under here, right? So, this going to end up being a really, really good money-making game. Same game parlay atmosphere. Speaking of same game parlay atmosphere, it's some more things that I like here. We know Brook Lopez, we know he's pretty much anemic to rebounding, right? So he's got 4 straight. Look, this is so crazy, right? His rebound prop sitting at 5.5 for a 7-footer. You know what I'm saying? He's only went over 6 rebounds twice in his last 10 games. So it is what it is with that scenario, right? That leads me to somebody like John Collins, right, who has been playing the center position lately. Don't know what the lineup's going to be today, but he has been playing the center position. Looking at his rebound prop sitting at 5.5. He's only 410 to this number, but you can alter it down. Me personally, I'll be going down to about 4.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5. 4.5 is where he's 100% to this number on the books. I mean, on last 10 games, last 20 games, he's 18 and 20 to this number, and he's 30 of 33 in the whole season. That's 2023, right? So, definitely a bankroll builder spot right there. Lauri Markkanen, right? So I have real interest in Lauri Markkanen. There's always a foul risk between him and when you got Giannis on the court. But first of all, I'm looking at Lauri Markkanen threes. He's 7 of 10 to this number at 2.5 threes, right? Even if you want to use it for a bankroll builder, get down to 2 threes at 1.5. You want to do it now. He's last 20 games, he's 16 of 20 to this number, and On the season, he is 23 of 27 to this number, right? So he's definitely hitting a couple threes, right? His rebound prop is definitely in play. As you can see, he's 6 of 10 to this number. I did take his rebounds versus Philly last game, sitting at 8.5, right? 7.5, right? So his rebound prop is in play, right? So all those numbers are in play, right? Even if you want to get to bankroll builders here, like I just said, you can take somebody like 4 rebounds apiece for somebody like John Collins, Brook Lopez at 4 rebounds. You could also bounce back over here to what? 2 threes. You can get 2 threes for Lauri Markkanen, and you can get 4 rebounds, 2 threes. That's a minus 102, right? Even if you want to get to somebody like Brook Lopez, you don't want to get to his rebounds. Okay, fine. You can take 2 threes for Middleton, right? Boom. That'll put you at plus 108. You could probably take. I mean, it's a lot, right? So early shots. That's without getting to your Brook Lopez. I mean, your Giannis's and your Sextons and all of that, right? I mean, it's a plus 108. You could take it, you can leave it, whatever the case may be, right? So it's a lot of different ways you can skin a cat here. A lot of different ways you can skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? So there you have that. The last game on the docket, I probably won't be touching on it, but sliding over here to PrizePicks, maybe I can get you guys a 3-piece spicy, like maybe a 6.5 assist for Shai Gilgeous and Xander in this spot. I pointed out a lot of different spots here. Maybe a 3-pick wouldn't be bad. Like I don't see, like I was leaning towards Nick Richards there. I don't mind Bam Adebayo rebounds. I like to target Bam Adebayo rebounds versus somebody like Şengün. I like the rebound prop for Lauri Markkanen. What do we have in the 3-point category here? 3.5 threes for Jason Tatum. I like that. 2.5 for Bridges and Terry Rozier. Hey, I like it. The usage will be there. I'll tell you that. What else? Assist props. Let's see. Assist prop. Points. Points prop. I mean, Chet Holmgren is in play. Daniel Gafford points plus rebounds or however you want to look at it. Giddey is in a good spot. All these guys are in great spots here, right? Let's see if I'll get one more play here, and I'll probably end up playing it. I'm going to probably end up waiting, though. I want to take John Collins' rebound prop here, or his points plus rebounds, because as you can see, I can give you guys that number as well. His points plus rebounds, John Collins is another play that I was looking at, right? So John Collins points plus rebounds. He's 7 of 10 to this number, sitting at 18.5. Last 20 games, he's 14 of 20 to this number. So that's another play that you can look at there as well, right? So it's a lot of plays, man. I haven't solidified my 3-pick right now. Maybe I'll put it if I don't go live today, I'll put it in the community section for members, and I'll put it in there for I'll put a few tickets in there for members, and I'll put it in the community section as well, right here on YouTube, okay? That being said, guys, peace out, because I'm not touching on that last game. I'm not touching on that last game, but it is what it is, all right? Peace.